Next is number 7. Okay, number 7 is right here. Let's look at what we have. We have ergonomically correct office chair. Cost is $300. Okay, maybe I don't know whether we need that or not. Oh, okay, we need it. So cost of item is $300. The annual holding cost rate is 40%. So H is 40% of that $300. Okay, so that would be $120, but we still may not need the holding cost. We'll get to that. Annual demand is 600. The ordering cost is $20. The store is open, so 1 year is equal to 300 days. Okay. Now service level that we want is 90%. Okay. Now we have questions. A. Suppose that the lead time is constant 4 days. So lead time is 4 days constant. And the demand is variable with standard deviation. So demand is variable with standard deviation of 2.4 per day. And what is the safety stock and reorder point? Okay, before answering any of the questions, let's first get a couple of things figured out. So service level of 90%. So from normal table, Z is, let's go to normal distribution table, and we want to look for 90%. Okay, so well, 90% is in between these two, so I'm going to use 1.2 between 0.08 and 0.09, so 1.285. So let's get that written out, 1.285. And also one more piece of information that we need is demand rate per day. So demand rate per day, so which is D. So we take the annual demand of 600 divided by the number of days per year, so that will give us 2 per day. So these two pieces of information we'll need for all the sections. So let's get that done first. Okay, now let's answer question A, which is we want the safety stock and reorder point of when lead time is constant and demand is variable. So we need to go to the formula sheet. Okay, so if you go to the formula sheet, so there are 4 possibilities. Okay, lead time is constant and demand is variable. So sigma sub DLT is given by this formula. Sigma sub D times square root of lead time. So since lead time is constant and demand is variable, sigma sub DLT is sigma sub D times square root of L. so which is sigma sub d is 2.4 times square root of lead time is 4. So this will give us sigma sub DLT of 4.8. Okay. So now we set up the ROP formula. ROP is D times L plus Z times sigma sub DLT. So that is equal to 2 times 4. So 2 is your demand rate, 4 is the lead time, plus 1.285 times 4.8. So this part is the safety stock. So this is equal to 8, okay, plus this is 6.2. So that is equal to 14.2, and we will round this up because we want at least 90% service level. If we round it down, then we will be a little shy of 90%. So round it up to 15. So that's our ROP. Okay. So safety stock is that 6.2 rounded up. So safety stock is 7. So that comes from here, 7. Rounded 6.2 rounded up. So that's the answer to A. Okay, next is B. Okay, suppose that the lead time is variable. So for B, we have lead time is variable with an average of 4 days and standard deviation of 3 days. So L bar is 4 and sigma sub L, okay, is 3. Further, suppose that the demand is constant. So demand is constant. Okay. So now what is the safety stock and reorder point? So we'll go back to our formula sheet. So here we have demand is constant and lead time is variable. So sigma sub DLT is equal to D times sigma sub L. Now D is what? D, we calculated D earlier, which is 2. So 2 times 3. So that is equal to 6. So our ROP for 90% is D times L plus Z times sigma sub DLT. So that is equal to 2 times 4 plus Z. So remember, we already got Z for 90%, which is 1.285 times 6. So that is equal to 8 plus, this is 7.7. So we will give you 15.7. So ROP is 16. 15.7 rounded up. So, and remember, this part is the safety stock. So safety stock is 8, and that is 7.7 rounded up. Now let's look at C. Okay, C is, suppose that the lead time is variable with an average of 4 days. So lead time is 4 with a standard deviation of 3, like in the previous case. So lead time is variable Further, suppose that the demand is also variable. So demand is also variable, therefore this is the average demand is going to be the value 2 that we previously calculated. Okay, with sigma standard deviation is sigma sub d is 2.4. Okay, now what is the reorder point and safety stock? Okay, so once again, let's go back to our formula sheet. So here both demand is variable and the lead time is variable. So sigma sub DLT is this formula. So let's write that down. Sigma sub DLT is L bar sigma sub D squared plus D bar squared sigma sub L squared. So now we plug in the values. So L bar is 4 and sigma sub L is, sigma sub D is 2.4. So that's 2.4 squared plus D bar is 2, so that's 2 squared. Sigma sub L is 3, so 3 squared. And you have to carefully calculate this through, and when you do that you get 7.684. Okay, so now we are ready to do the reorder point once again. So that is D times L plus Z times sigma sub DLT. Well, we can put the bars to indicate that those are variable. So D bar is 2 times L bar is 4 like before, and Z is 1.285, we already found that, times sigma sub DLT, which is that. So we get 8 plus, so this product is 9.9. So we get 17.9. So we can round this up. So ROP is 18. So that is 7.9 rounded up. And safety stock, okay, remember this part is the safety stock, is 10. That is 9.9 rounded